I just felt this was going to be the moment that he says his goodbyes.
It's a great way to go out, isn't it?
It certainly is. And it's the right time, in my opinion. It's the right time to go out. I'm not saying been on the decline in the last couple of years, but he's not been as good as he has been over the previous years. So I do feel it's the right time and he's chosen well. I didn't think it was going to happen, actually, because he's come back to pre-season and he's gone on the tour with the football club. I thought Thomas Frank might have convinced him to stay maybe and get another year. But he's made the decision, and I think every Spurs fan will be gutted and sorry to see him go. But he'll go with everyone's blessings.
Yeah, I mean, also just an absolute icon in his own country as well, in South Korea. I mean, we're talking about one of the top 3 most famous people in that nation at the moment. I mean, some of his teammates have talked about when they go on tour there, it literally like being with a member of the Beatles in terms of the mania around him, and so the fact that he's had that on his shoulders too that whole time, something he will have embraced, of course. Where for you though, Darren, over that kind of 10-year period, where for you do you think he ranks in terms of being a Premier League great?
See, it's difficult. I don't even think you can compare Premier League greats, all-time Premier League. I don't think. Well,
is he a Premier League legend? That word gets thrown around a lot. Is he a legend of the Premier League?
He's a legend at Tottenham. So does that make him a legend of the Premier League? Like I said, look, it's hard to say. It's hard to compare best Premier League winger in history. You can do best Premier League in this era, which is the era of the 10 years that he's been involved. And in that era, I'd say he's top 5 for sure. In the all-time era, look, you've got John Barnes, you've got Steve McManaman, you've got David Ginola, you've got Ryan Giggs, people like that. So it's hard to compare history, but eras, which is probably the last 10 years, well, obviously Salah's going to be number 1. You've got Cristiano Ronaldo that was brilliant. You've got Hazard as well. I'd have him in the top 5. I really would. A Premier League legend? Probably, yeah. Because the legends at football clubs turn into legends at the Premier League as well.
So you're having him in top 5 Premier League of all time, you're saying?
No. In this era of 10 years that he's been around. Because it's so difficult to compare. Look at the era we're in now with VAR, with the modern day technology, compared to the era when John Barnes was playing, Steve McManaman, with the tackles, the defenders that were up against them. You can't compare history. You can compare latest eras, which for me, with Son being the last 10 years, you can compare the last 10 years. And I think what I will say about Son, I think he would get in an underrated list. I think he's underrated by supporters of other clubs. I think he's extremely underrated, probably because he hasn't won a lot, and that Spurs get ridiculed for that. But it's not Son. That shouldn't define a player's career in terms of how good he was. He was at a football club that didn't win trophies.
So what players is he on par with? Do you know what I mean? Like, where are we putting him in terms of when we're talking about certain players? Are we putting him up there with the
He's not ahead of Salah. No, he's not ahead of Salah. Cristiano Ronaldo, no.
So he's not in the conversations with those players?
Not in the best. He's not in the best wide players. Look, as much as I love Son as a player, I know that he's not in the best. And look, Hazard is such a special talent. In terms of longevity, you'd say Son is over Hazard. But in terms of what Hazard could do on the ball and match winning, of course, he'd be up there in the top 3. I mean, Gareth Bale, look, what a player he was. Look what he went on to do. I just look at the longevity in 10 years that he's been at the football club. And you mentioned 127 Premier League goals, predominantly playing from wide. I know he had the season where he was up front, or he filled in for Harry Kane. Was it 173 goals for Spurs? He has to be in the argument for being in the top 5 in the last 10 years for sure.
Favourite Sonny moment?
Probably lifting up the trophy. It has to be.
Really?
Lifting up the trophy, yeah.
Over any of his goals?
Just look, the goal against Burnley.
Won the Puskas Award.
Was it the goal against Burnley when he ran through the whole team? I thought that was magnificent. I see it the other day, actually, when he was announced that he was leaving, and it was like 8 players that he ended up, including the goalie that he beat and slotted it past. What a goal that was. The curling goal against Arsenal as well. I think that was in COVID times as well. That was brilliant. But just to see him lift the trophy, where even if he didn't, I think we would have seen the last of Son in a Spurs shirt. So to see that happen, I just thought it was a remarkable occasion for him, knowing that it was probably the last thing he was going to do.
We'll carry this on in just a moment, but there has been a goal in the Scottish Premiership. Motherwell taking on Rangers. David Tanner.
And it's been coming for a while. It's Motherwell 1, Rangers 1, 87 minutes on the clock. And it's a debut goal, a league debut goal for Emmanuel Longello, who joined Motherwell from Birmingham in the summer. He started to move, a shot was blocked, and the rebound eventually found its way back to Longello, who cracked it under Jack Butland. A terrific finish. And what a climax to this game. Motherwell 1, Rangers 1, 2 minutes to go at Fir Park.
Thanks very much, David. Darren,
yes.
That's just got me thinking, you know that goal that Son scored against Burnley?
Yeah.
Right? Did you score a goal at Old Trafford once in the League Cup?
I can't remember. Someone tells me a lot about that.
It was like 40 yards out or something like that. Is that it?
People remind me about it. Palace fans remind me about it a lot.
Okay, yeah.
I scored one for Newcastle at Old Trafford as well.
Yeah. By the way,
and at Charlton at the Valley.
If you haven't seen this goal, by the way, Darren Ambrose scored an absolute screamer for Palace against Manchester United.
Why you keep bringing it up?
He never brings it up. He never brings it up, honestly. So we always have to bring it up.
It's embarrassing.
He's so humble about it all the time, right?
That's why I'm here.
But I've got a big question for you. Right, Sonny won the Puskas Award for his goal against Burnley.
Yeah.
Which goal was better?
Oh, mine all day long.
Would you actually say that?
No, Son's. He picked up his own half, picked up in his box, beat everyone and tapped it in. Look,
that's a screamer from you, though,
it's a different style of goal, isn't it? Mine was just hit and hope.
I can tell you don't believe that. I can tell you don't believe that. Oh, brilliant stuff. Get your calls in on Sonny, by the way, 03717 223344. Where's he rank among Premier League greats? You know, Darren saying that in his era he's in the top 5, but wouldn't put him in the top 5 of all time in the Premier League. You might think differently, especially if you are a Tottenham fan, and give us your favourite Sonny moments as well. You can text us on 81089 or of course give us a call. We'll take some calls on the Sesko situation in just a moment too. Some Manchester United fans wanting to have their say, some Liverpool fans too wanting to talk about the Isak saga too. And if you are coming home from a game in the EFL today, we'll take your call too. This is TalkSport.
You could be a lotto millionaire like Terry. Get your ticket for tonight's draw. The National Lottery. Rules and procedures apply. Players must be 18 or over.
Capture every memory this summer with iPhone 16 Pro Max. From golden hour selfies to spontaneous beach days, its advanced camera turns every moment with friends into something unforgettable. And now, in the Vodafone summer sale, you can save up to a massive £588 when you trade in an eligible iPhone. Hurry, ends 5th of August. So go online or in-store today. Vodafone.
Save £252 on a limited max over 36 months and £336 trade-in. Total phone cost £1,184. Eligibility, credit and trade-in checks and terms apply. Financed by Vodafone.
The Naked Gun in cinemas now is the only comedy that will have audiences coming again and again.
Pretty fun, I guess.
It's Liam Neeson like you've never seen him before.
Says you served 20 years for man's laughter. You mean manslaughter? Must have been quite the joke.
In the smartest comedy of the summer.
Sometimes to get the job done, you have to break the law.
Is he serious?
I do it all the time.
The Naked Gun is in cinemas now. Cert 15. Book now.
This week on Morrison's Market Street, our weekly specials are packed with showstoppers. Save a third on juicy British sirloin steak, now £20 a kilo. And our fresh cod fillet, now £15.33 a kilo. Go on, treat the family to a flavour-packed dinner that feels fancy, but doesn't cost the earth. Fresh from Market Street. Majority of stores subject to availability. Online may vary. Excludes Morrison's Daily. Ends 3rd of August.
The people of Britain have bought loads of noise-cancelling headphones. With a Barclaycard Rewards credit card, you could get cash back on eligible purchases and no fees on spending overseas. What you buy is your business. Rewarding you is ours. Subject to financial status, T's and C's apply. Check if you're eligible at barclaycard.co.uk. Representative example, 28.9% APR representative variable and 28.9% purchase rate per annum based on a £1,200 credit limit.
At Betfred, we're proud to back British horse racing. The lightning speed, the thunder of hooves, the roar of the crowd. This flat season, Betfred are making history as the first bookmaker to sponsor all 5 British classics. Check out our range of horse racing markets, daily offers and price boosts in shops and online. Love racing? Betfred. Selected races only. T's and C's apply. 18 plus gambleaware.org.
Talk Sport. New season. More high density, super real, kick by kick commentary from more leagues than ever.
Oh, he's hit the crossbar!
Hear over 500 games of live football.
What a fantastic strike!
A new sensational season starts this August on Talk Sport and Talk Sport 2.
What's this song that Spurs have for Sonny? It was a good song. I remember it was a good chant.
I can't remember.
Do you not remember?
No.
I bet you do remember. You just don't want to do it.
I don't remember.
'Cause you know I'm going to ask you to do it. It's a good one. It's a really good one.
Whatever time I've been there, I've not heard it.
Can't quite remember what it is. Oh, what legend is he? You never heard his chant?
No.
Oh, right, okay.
Why would I hear his chant? I don't want to hear his chant.
Might have scored as well. I don't know.
I'm too concentrating on how good he is on the pitch to hear his chant.
If you're a Spurs fan,
you got to block that out, mate. When you get so much hate, you got to block the crowd out.
You start as a player, will you? No, I'm joking, of course. If you're a Spurs fan, you want to come on and do the Sonny chant because we can't remember it, then you're more than welcome.
Is it Nice One Sonny? Is that one?
Oh, go on then. Do you remember it now?
No, I don't.
Yeah, you definitely do.
Nice One Sonny.
You definitely do. Sing it.
No,
go on, sing it.
No.
You do remember it.
I've never sung a chant in my life.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Nice one, Ollie.
Nice one, Sam. Yeah. There we go. We'll get more out of Darren Ambrose in just a moment. This is Kickoff on TalkSport with me, Ollie Klink, alongside the former Premier League midfielder Darren Ambrose. We've been talking about the fact that Son Heung-min is leaving Tottenham Hotspur. We want your favourite Sonny moment. So give us a text on 81089. You can give us a call on that as well, 03717 223344. Where does he rank in terms of being a Premier League great as well? Is he a legend of the Premier League too? 10 years, 127 goals.
I need to other supporters to get involved in that though. Supporters of other clubs, not just Spurs supporters. Is he a legend of the Premier League? Because Spurs supporters, of course, is going to say that because you're biased towards your players.
It's a tricky one.
I wonder how other supporters did they fear him when they played him. You know what I mean? It'll be interesting to hear.
Absolutely. We've also been talking about the Isak saga. We've been talking about Benjamin Sesko, who looks like he's got Newcastle United or Manchester United to choose from. So which one should he pick? Dan is a Liverpool fan. Dan, I'm sure you want to talk about this Isak saga. What are your thoughts on it, mate?
Yeah, right, lads.
Hey, Dan.
You all right, mate?
All right. Basically, I don't know what people are smoking. I don't know what was his name, or Gus, or whatever his name was before. Sesko is an Isak replacement. It's as simple as that. That's obvious. So the best news as a Liverpool fan we could have had today was that Newcastle going in for Sesko. Because as soon as that's done, Isak is getting over the line. There is no way Liverpool would play it as blatantly public as this and not get him.
Yeah,
that would just be embarrassing if it turned down.
Yeah, because at the moment the reports are that Liverpool basically aren't going to put another bid in. But I mean, even as a Newcastle fan, I know what you're saying there, Dan. Yeah. It just feels like it's the first domino that needs to fall, isn't it? Because Newcastle have said that until they get a replacement, they aren't thinking about selling Isak. And essentially, what you're saying is if Sesko gets over the line, it's huge news for Liverpool, really, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly that. Like, this the best news we could have had today was that Newcastle are going for Sesko. Because if they don't get Sesko, then I don't think it will happen. But as soon as they get him, then we will sign Isak. Because there's levels to this. Liverpool are a bigger club than Newcastle, and dog eats dog. Sesko is coming in to replace Isak, and Isak will go to Liverpool.
How much, Dan? How much would Liverpool go to, do you think?
I think they know they've got to pay probably 150. I think they know that. I think the bid yesterday was a try to negotiate it a little bit if they can. I think they know they've got to pay big, and then they've shown they're not afraid to pay that. This is really backing Arne Slot.
Yeah,
it will happen.
Dan, I was just going to jump in there because obviously we're talking about that Sesko deal as well. I just want your thoughts as a Liverpool fan. We've had some Manchester United fans saying that Sesko should definitely pick Manchester United in this situation. What do you think? Would you go for Newcastle or Manchester United if you're Sesko?
No brainer. You choose Newcastle. There is no doubt about it. It's not like Man United have had one bad season. They've had bad season after bad season after bad season. Then there's no sign that it's going to get any better. Whereas Newcastle have got the momentum behind them. And at Sesko, you know, if Isak goes, you are the number one, you are number 9, and it's all on you. So yeah, it's no brainer to choose Newcastle.
There we go. Dan, thanks very much indeed. 03717223344. Wonder how Jill ingested that call there from Dan. No brainer that Sesko should go to the mighty Newcastle.
I will say nothing.
You stay quiet, Ambrose. You stay quiet. You've wound up enough people tonight, including me, of course. Right, it's full time between Motherwell and Rangers. David Tanner's been watching for TalkSport.
Motherwell 1, Rangers 1, and the new managers of these clubs hugged each other pre-match. Yen Bertolascu and Russell Martin played together at Norwich, and the early indicators are that their new-look squads have embraced their similar attacking philosophies, though there is work to be done clearly for both sides defensively. Rangers' goal in 40 minutes was self-inflicted by the home side. Mistake 1 was a Motherwell goal kick. This was taken by fullback Paul McGinn. He played it sideways to Callum Ward. The goalie gave it straight back to him. By this time, McGinn, he was under pressure of the Rangers press and he shanked the ball behind. From the corner kick, mistake 2 was that James Tavernier was unmarked and he had to pick his spot with a header. After the break, Rangers started to fade, not surprisingly, after playing 90 minutes in the heat of Athens on Wednesday. Motherwell created chances, but it took them until 3 minutes from the 90 to equalise. Left back Emmanuel Longelo on his league debut saw his shot blocked, and when a follow-up effort was diverted back to him, he buried it. A terrific and well-deserved Motherwell equaliser. Rangers now face a massive Champions League qualifier against Victoria Pilsen on Tuesday. Motherwell 1, Rangers 1.
David, thank you very much indeed. A bit earlier, Darren, you were saying about this Sesko situation, you actually think that Ollie Watkins should be the signing for Manchester United. You think it's a better fit because he's an experienced player. It's interesting because obviously a few Manchester United fans have said, actually no, we'd rather have Sesko because it kind of shows that they've still got that pulling power, I think, for a lot of these fans. Harry's a Pompey fan. And he says people should remember Man United have ruined some young players, you know, Garnacho, arguably Mason Mount, Højlund, Jadon Sancho, and they seem to lose their passion after they sign for Manchester United.
Højlund's a bit harsh. I think it's a little bit too early to judge Højlund. I think give him another year next season. But the argument will always stem to that people care about their football clubs, and that's why Jill phoned up. That's why that's why I'm getting stick on social media because of my opinion that he should be going elsewhere. But that's my opinion, and I'm not saying like I said, I'm not saying don't go to Manchester United. I said if you had a choice between the both, you go Newcastle. That's total different thing altogether. By the way, it's a choice between two clubs. Go to one that's